Did you ever wonder what would happen if Gol D Roger was still alive? Also known as the Pirate King, Gol D Roger was more than just a pirate. He represented freedom. He knew a lot of secrets hidden in the ancient writings called poneglyphs, which would eventually change the world. No one thought Roger would ever turn himself into the Marines to be executed. If Gold Roger had survived, things would have changed a lot. Number 1. Gol D Roger would have led the Roger pirates for longer. If Gol D Roger hadn't been sick and close to dying, he would have continued leading the Roger pirates for a much longer time period. If he did not have to worry about his health, he would have loved to keep leading his crew. He had a deep love for adventure and the seas, and he would have loved to continue exploring and having amazing experiences with his loyal crewmates. If Roger had more time, the Roger pirates could have been one of the strongest pirate crews in history. They had already made a name for themselves as legendary pirates, but with more adventures they could have become even more feared and respected by other pirates. In addition, if Roger was still leading the crew, they could have continued searching for answers to the mysteries that surrounded them. Roger had great knowledge of the ancient polyglyphs. With more time, they could have searched for more of these ancient writings, bringing them closer to uncovering the truth behind them. Roger's presence and leadership would have greatly impacted the world of pirates. Many pirates would have wanted to join the Roger pirates and be a part of their legendary adventures. Others would have seen them as a major threat and tried to challenge them. Number 2. Roger would have continued fights with Whitebeard. Gol D Roger was one strong pirate. The crazy thing is that he didn't even have a devil fruit and he was able to hold his own against the likes of Whitebeard. When these two titans crashed in the Grand Line, it was an epic battle that lasted for 3 whole days. Can you imagine fighting for that long? Roger and Whitebeard did not fight just once, they actually fought quite a lot. And here's the twist, they were great friends. They were buddies who loved to test their strength against each other. If Roger had lived, these two awesome pirates would have had countless battles over the years. Their battles would have been filled with intense power and excitement. These epic encounters would have shaken the seas and left a lasting impression on anyone who witnessed them. Number 3. Roger would go on countless adventures on the sea. Roger was a man who had a great passion for going on exciting journeys, just like the character Luffy from the anime. He had already been to every corner of the world and sailed all the way around it, but that didn't satisfy his thirst for adventure. He still wanted to explore more seas and have the kind of fun that pirates are known for. Even when Roger fell ill with a terrible disease, his love for adventure didn't end. During Odin's time on Roger's ship, it became evident that Roger's whole life revolved around seeking thrilling experiences. He didn't let his illness stop him from pursuing new adventures and enjoying life to the fullest. In fact, Roger's spirit of exploration was so strong that he would have been intrigued by the idea of taking a journey to the moon. If he had been given the opportunity, he would have eagerly gone there. The thought of discovering new lands and encountering unknown wonders would have fascinated Roger, as it aligned perfectly with his desire for adventure. Number 4. Gol D Roger would fight against the world government at some point. When Gol D Roger and his crew reached a place called Laugh-Tale, they could discover the real history of the world. This history included what happened during a mysterious period called the 100-Year Void. It was during this time that the ancient kingdom and its allies were defeated and the world government took control. Whitebeard said that the revelation would eventually lead to a big event called the Great War. If Roger was still alive, he would definitely join this war and might even become its leader. Can you imagine that? Roger, the legendary pirate king, leading a massive war. He would gather his crew, the Roger pirates, and fight against the world government and anyone else who tried to stop them. His knowledge and influence could pose a significant threat to the world government's control and dominance. This war would be huge, with armies clashing and powerful pirates battling it out. Roger's strength and leadership would inspire others to join the fight. It would be a fight for justice and to uncover the secrets of the past. Roger would be at the forefront, leading the charge and showing his incredible power. His determination to bring the truth to light would fuel his every move. People would look up to him as a symbol of hope and freedom. With Roger leading the war, the outcome would be uncertain. It would be an epic battle between the forces of good and evil. The whole world would be watching, waiting to see what would happen. Number 5. Roger would have been one of the strongest pirates to ever live. Gol D Roger was an amazing pirate who was incredibly powerful. The only person who could give him a tough fight was Whitebeard, another incredibly strong pirate. When Roger and Whitebeard fought in the Grand Line, they battled for days and it ended in a tie. Both of them showed their great strength and skill. But here's the thing, Roger was already sick during this fight. Can you imagine how much stronger he would have been if he wasn't sick? If Roger had never been sick, he would have become so much more powerful. He would have been known as the absolute strongest pirate in the whole story. He might have even been better than Whitebeard, who was considered one of the most powerful pirates ever. Just imagine the impact this would have on the seas. Roger's name would have struck fear into the hearts of other pirates. He would have been a legend among legends, with no one being able to match his incredible strength, but sadly Roger's sickness limited his time as an active pirate. Number 6. Roger would raise Podcast D Ace and give him his love. Roger was the father of a boy named Podcast D Ace. Before Roger passed away, he asked his friend Monkey D. Garb to take care of Ace to be his guardian. Sadly, the poor kid Ace had to grow up without his parents around. He believed that his father, Roger, was a criminal and didn't have any part in his life, so he didn't feel a strong bond or affection to him. But even though Roger and Ace never met, Roger loved his son very much. He had chosen the name Ace for his son, which was the same name as his favorite sword, Seijo O Watsumono. This shows how proud and fond Roger was of his yet-to-be-born child. He would have been thrilled to raise Ace with lots of love and care, just like any loving father would want for their child. If Roger had been alive, he would have enjoyed being there for Ace, guiding him and showing him the love that a father has for his son. Number 7. Roger would spend his days by podcast to Rouge's side. Despite being a pirate who spends lots of time at the sea, Roger didn't have a boring love life. He was a man in love. After his crew disbanded, he spent most of his time with a woman named Rouge at a place called Batarilla in South Blue. Before Roger turned himself into the navy, he had already talked with Rouge about the names they would give to their child. If Roger had stayed alive, he would have loved spending more time with Rouge, and would have wanted to raise Ace together with her. He would have cherished the opportunity to be a father and be actively involved in Ace's upbringing. With the love of his life, he would love to have a happy family and bring up his son together with love. But unfortunately, his sickness didn't let this happen. Number 8. Mentor to Luffy. Monkey D. Luffy, the protagonist of One Piece, idolizes Gol D. Roger and dreams of becoming the pirate king like him. If Roger was still alive, he would directly mentor and guide Luffy on his journey. He would share his wisdom, experiences, and knowledge, assisting Luffy's growth and development as a pirate. With Roger as his mentor, Luffy would have someone to look up to and learn from. Roger's support and encouragement would have a big impact on Luffy's journey. He would help Luffy become even stronger and achieve his dream of becoming the Pirate King. Imagine Roger telling Luffy cool stories about his adventures and showing him the right path to take. He would also give Luffy advice on how to deal with the dangerous things they might encounter. Roger knows a lot about the world and its secrets, so it could help Luffy find what he's looking for. Having Roger as a mentor would make Luffy feel really inspired and motivated. It would give him a lot of confidence and determination to face any challenge that come his way. Number 9. Redefining the Pirate King's legacy. If Gol D. Roger was still alive, he would have the power to redefine what it means to be the Pirate King and leave a lasting impact on the legacy of that title. As the original Pirate King, Roger would have a unique perspective and understanding of what it takes to hold such a prestigious position. With his continued presence, he would reshape the perception and purpose of the Pirate King for future generations. Roger's actions and belief would likely change the common perception of pirates as criminals. He would inspire a new generation of pirates to see themselves as the agent of change and freedom, rather than just troublemakers. Number 10. War against the Celestial Dragons. If Gol D. Roger was alive in One Piece, his presence would make people more determined to stand up against the Celestial Dragons. The Celestial Dragons are very powerful and have special privilege in the world, but with Roger's support, the pirates and others who oppose the Celestial Dragons would feel more confident and brave. This could lead to a big war between the pirates and the Celestial Dragons. It would be a battle to challenge the unfair authority of the Celestial Dragons and fight for a more equal and just world. The war would involve intense fighting and could have a major impact on the power structure of the One Piece. Well, what do you think about this? Do you think everything would have been better if Gol D. Roger survived? Let us know in the comments below. With this, we would like to end the video, with the hope that you liked and enjoyed it. If you like our content, make sure to leave a like. Subscribe to the channel to receive regular videos from us, and don't forget to click the bell icon to never miss an update.